All right. Let me get this straight. Exactly how many episodes did you watch?
One, the only one that was available on iTunes.
How long was it?
22 minutes.
That's not the right one. Did you? Is it where they meet Ezra and you meet all the crew and everything?
No, that's what I'm saying. It's what's in my notes. They don't meet anybody. Everybody's just on a ship and pushing each other around and calling and talking about things like
That's the problem. You need to learn to fucking read. The problem is there's more than one episode, and what you watched sounds like it was episode one, the one with the droids, but that's not the first thing. There was a TV film premiere. That's the first episode.
Look, I did read, and it says first episode, droids in trouble or whatever, and that was it. The first episode. That's what's on. That was what was advertised.
I'm not saying that you don't do enough research. I'm just saying that you're holding us all back. I spent $100 out of my pocket to get this goddamn computer running again, just so I can do the show. And now we can't even do the show because someone didn't watch all the episodes.
Look, I was picking up the slack while your computer
You know
was
what?
fried.
We'll do it live.
What?
We'll do it live.
We'll do this live.
We come from the stars, and that's who we are. We are voices. There's nothing to fear. Exploding your rear. Feel our voices.
Explosion hands.
Explosions.
That's the rubble.
Rubble.
Not to be confused with rebels.
Oh.
Right on the nose there.
Yeah. So welcome back, everybody. It's VOR, and this is Ed.
And this is not Mike. I about said this is Mike. This is Carl.
Why would you say that?
I don't know why I would say that. I guess I'm just used to hearing this is Mike and then this is Carl.
Yes, the habits.
But Mike is not with us this week. He's actually in Nashville, Tennessee.
Yeah, I hope he dressed warm to go to Tennessee. Because it's kind of chilly out here in the Midwest this week.
It is. I had to turn the heat back on today, so
Yeah.
nice and brisk. I like brisk.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. I love autumn. I love the seasons. I don't mind winter, but it's a nice way to go out with like explosions of color.
But you know what's probably one of my favorite things about the fall? New fucking TV. Well, I mean, like not a new TV, but new TV shows. It's the prime season for television. Weather's getting colder, people are staying in, and TV's starting up. And there's a lot of good TV on right now. Arrow's back. Flash has debuted. Both really good shows. I haven't watched Gotham because it just seems like Law and Order, Batman. Law
and Order, BAT.
Yeah. And then you have Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. come back after a strong second half of the season. It's doing pretty well. A lot of comic book nerdy stuff out there. So like that, and then there's a lot of good anime, and anime is actually really easy to watch in America now. Like I kind of fell back into this, and I don't know if people realize this, but there's a lot of TV shows that you can literally watch the next day after they've aired in Japan through services like Crunchyroll and Hulu. Even Hulu Plus, they have like quite a few of Funimation licensed shows that they air in Japan, and then the next day they have they have English subtitles and they're streaming on Hulu. So.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah, like it's
one of the hard decisions of shutting down Hulu. Was I just wasn't watching it, but when I was like, all right, well, it's like the last week, maybe I'll watch something before I cancel it. And aside from the Criterion collection, oh my God, there was so much anime, and it made me want to watch anime again.
and that's kind of what I fell into. Is like I forget what show it was that I started watching. Oh, it was Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. My friends have been going on and on about it, and I was like, well, whatever. I just kind of equated it with Dragon Ball Z and Naruto and all those like kind of like whatever animes. And then I finally watched it, and I literally watched all 60 episodes in one weekend. This was when the computer was off and we weren't doing the show or anything, so I had more free time on my hands. So this one weekend I didn't have any homework. I'd just gotten done with a whole bunch of tests and everything, so I was like, fuck it, I'm watching every single episode of Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. And I watched like 64 episodes in like 3 days. So
Congratulations.
it was an endurance test. And since then I've been watching a lot of anime, but it's cool because Hulu does. They have a big collection of stuff, and old stuff like Lupin the Third, which I don't know if anyone out there is familiar with that, but like all the Tenchi stuff is on there. Dragon Ball Z is on there, and like all these great shows, like classic anime and new stuff like Sword Art Online. Psycho Pass, which is a really, really good one. Season 2 is now streaming on Hulu. You can watch the entire first season dubbed or subbed, and then like have the new season subbed. It's really cool, and like it's cheap. Like between that and then like the primetime television shows I watch on broadcast, I'm getting ready to lose the cable box again.
Yeah.
You know, just do Hulu. So
hey, got those options.
yeah.
And hey, you know, for those of you kids who are more familiar with Cowboy Bebop than Lupin the Third, it's pretty much the inspiration for Cowboy Bebop. So
Yeah.
well worth watching. Totally fun.
Yeah, it's you know, I always explained it as being kind of like Ocean's 11 meets James Bond sort of thing. It's like it's like thieves, but they're kind of super cool, and then like even Archer, the FX show Archer. Has a lot of influences, I think, from that sort of stuff, because you have like, you know, like good-looking guy in the suit and like hijinks and super specialized, talented people doing dumb stuff. You know, it's basically a great little formula for fun animation, and it's been emulated a lot over the years. I mean, and Miyazaki. He actually did a few episodes for the first run, and then one of the movies he directed and co-wrote. So I mean, you're getting a lot of pedigree in Lupin the Third. So check it out if you haven't already.
Yeah, and we are definitely here to talk about animation. It's a little more recent. We're talking about the premiere of Star Wars Rebels. Finally out.
After all the talk that we've had over like back in March and even before that, you know, it's finally premiered, and we get to see how it compares to our expectations and what was shown. You watched the first episode, right?
Yeah, I don't have cable, which kind of puts me at a disadvantage to a lot of people, and I've frankly just been too busy to pirate the rest.
And not that we would do that here.
No, because it would be hypocritical to slam everybody on YouTube who goes to our discussion show before it was even aired, who come looking for pirated copies on YouTube. That's not right. We're not that. We're different kind of dicks. Come on.
Yeah, we're definitely not the type that will make fun of you for pirating something and then pirate it ourselves.
No.
Whatever.
So I did legitimately watch it via iTunes, and I'll tell you that it's visually stunning. Absolutely, it is still very much in the same style as Clone Wars. You know, slight changes to familiar characters and places and such. And I think I have some. Always come prepared. And it's kind of cool that there's some, you know, Anthony Daniels is back as C-3PO. 'Cause, again, what else does he have to do? Freddie Prinze Jr., 90s heartthrob, is doing pretty good.
Yeah.
As a Cowboy
so,
guy.
like the overall the voice acting, what do you think in general? Like.
Oh, in general, it's good, and I was surprised not only to learn that. So they have the droid from Star Tours.
Yeah.
That shows up in this thing. It's kind of cool. It makes sense that they would, you know, go back and put this guy in. Him being a pilot on this space Greyhound. And I found it was voiced by Paul Rubens, who a lot of us know better as Pee Wee Herman.
Yeah.
And then I learned that Paul Rubens was the voice of that robot in Star Tours at Disneyland and Disney World. So I learned.
And I thought that was a great little cameo because, like you said, there's a lot of stuff in Star Wars that's super fan servicey, and it's gotten pretty self-referential. But to me, that's something that really works because it's not overt. It's not like but it fits. You know, it's like the whole idea of Star Tours is you're all on like this public transit shuttle going through this little tour sort of thing. So it makes sense that, oh, hey, look, they're on public transit. Here's the same model of ship with the same robotic captain. You know, it's like all this stuff. It's not high skill. It's just going point A to point B. So we got this robot, and it was a nice little like wink and a nod to like people that might have seen Star Tours or are familiar with it. I thought it was probably one of the better and least ham-handed, like kind of like wink and nods, tip of the hat sort of Star Wars fan service that's been done recently.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. That's why that was a favorite moment of the show is seeing this character again. But you're right. Unfortunately, a lot of the other minutes of the show were filled with winks and nods, but winks not just like a wink, but like goink. Oh, you know, Star Wars, guys, you love it. Here it is. Remember this? Wasn't that great? Here it is again.
I'll say this, though, in fairness, because you haven't seen the other episodes, I think that's not as bad going forward. But this first, like, special, like, hour-and-a-half episode, like this first two-parter, or however long it is kind of... I
only saw 20 minutes worth.
Oh, really?
Are you saying that it's like an hour-and-a-half premiere, and iTunes only shows 20 minutes of it?
I thought it was... Because I think it's like a two-episode premiere, like a double, like an hour long.
All right, because here's my overall feelings. What time we have left? I want to know what their fucking hurry was. Because it starts, and everybody already knows each other. Everybody was already referencing things, not in a clever way, but it felt as if I was missing part of the episode.
Mm-hmm.
So, is this show even worth continuing? Am I missing the show? Because I feel like a dick now. How can I properly rail on this thing?
I thought maybe it was just a half hour, but I thought it was like an hour-long premiere.
Because it really felt like I'm missing an episode. Or worse yet, if that's because it says the first episode, droids in trouble or droids in danger or whatever. And my beef with that is it looks like they're starting the show knowing that everybody watching the show watched the trailers and already knows who everybody is, what their motivation is, and their relationship to each other.
Oh, holy shit. I just realized it. Yeah, you totally missed the first episode because Droids in Distress is technically episode 1, but that wasn't the premiere. So that's why you're missing stuff. Oh, this makes so much more sense now. Yeah, because there's this whole hour-long special called Spark of the Rebellion that happens before Droids in Distress.
So what do we do, Carl?
We can just talk about Droids in Distress then.
Okay.
So.
God damn it.
We tried.
Everything said first. It was the first episode, but I didn't know there was a premiere episode.
Yeah, it's a television film, and that's actually going to be the one that re-airs on ABC here in like a week or two, and has the extra footage and everything. So.
Now it makes sense that they would try and sell that on DVD, as I saw online.
Yeah, so that's why it seemed like something was missing, because something was missing.
Yeah, so sorry about the whole mix-up. Hey, it was still fun to be back and talk to you guys. But we'll be back. Yeah, sorry.
No, it is all your fault. Let's just go ahead and get the sorries out of the way. But yeah, we'll be back in 2 weeks. With the Star Wars Rebels episode. You're going to see this one, because why waste 15 minutes of good content when you don't have to? But in 2 weeks, we will be back with the Star Wars Rebels episode. Next week, though, is Halloween. We are doing the Halloween episode. You want to tell them about that one, Ed?
I'd love to. Next week, we're going to be joined by Halloween and horror and B-movie enthusiasts, Kate Davis and Wendy Freeman. Wendy was on the show a while back talking about her love of B-movies and exploitation flicks. So I expect some really amazing recommendations to make your week extra creepy and weird and probably hilarious. So
Mhm.
really looking forward to that show.
Nice. It sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun. And I will be bringing a bunch of watered down, weak ass Halloween shit because I was sheltered as a child. So it's going to be all like, oh, I love this movie. And it's like, whatever. So,
Goosebumps.
ooh, goosebumps. They're so scary. Are you afraid of the dark? You know, that sort of stuff. But, yeah, so we'll be back next week. Feel free, if you haven't already, to get us your feedback on Star Wars Rebels. Like I said, that will be in 2 weeks. And then, in the meantime, tell us some of your favorite Halloween movies. What do you like to watch? What are some of your Halloween traditions? What are some of the things that you just absolutely have to do every Halloween? Let us know.
Yeah, or why you fucking hate it. Because I know some people that hate it, and I'm like, yo, how are you my friend?
Yeah.
Right.
For real. I'm too fat to dress up, but I still like Halloween.
I say that's bullshit. I've seen some things in my time. I've seen some big costumes, Carl.
Well, the problem is, though, we can talk about this on the Halloween show.
Yeah, totally.
But for now, that's it for this week. Only the one episode. Next week, Halloween.
Yeah.
Week after that, Star Wars Rebels. For real this time, not for play.
Yeah, and I'll try to find a way to maybe see all the episodes, and then all the episodes we can discuss.
Yeah, because at that point there should be like 4, I think. So
Awesome. Cool. Right on. So we'll be back and probably have Mike until next week. And until then, may the Force
be with
that ass.
Minisode.
Good one.